I have glorious children. That Beatrice took my breath away. It's some of her finest work. I just love watching her grow exponentially. And you better watch your asses, y'all. She's watching you. She's watching all of us. She's the soul of this cosmic mind that we all are part of and responsible for. Let me just give you one little story, and that's a favorite of mine, one of many. In the indigenous in this country, who we eradicated, who thought of their women on the level of the Supreme Court by not thinking of them as such, but really regarding their wisdom. There were stories passed down that in the early beginnings in the 1700s, when the natives met with the Europeans to have some kind of council, they'd look, where are your women? And it was a male-dominated world. Remember the 19th Amendment in 1920? Was it 21? 20.
Ratified in the States in 1920.
Ratified in 1920, women got the right to vote. Nah. I told you, don't diss the Constitution and its addendum ability. We have a magic doctrine that is specifically unique to our nation and is going to be the single consciousness that will save us from this morass as long as we allow it not to be ruined. As Thomas Jefferson said, when the series of events envisioned the same object, it is the right and the duty to abolish and replace it with one that will. And let me tell you something else while I keep going back to that subject. We're the government. We the people. Not those who we elect, and then we fall asleep at the switch and expect them to look after our best interests. Have you noticed in the last 3 presidencies how they've been relegated to a monarchy of executive power, executive edict, because Congress will not enact on anything other than give itself a raise or cut additional taxes for the 1% of 1%? Think about it. It's time for a change. My ride. The change is going to happen now. I'm going to bring up a young gentleman who is a brother in arms. I mean, I love bouncing off this guy. Doug and I have been friends now for easily 4 years. And it was poetry that brought us together. This is why I say to you all, don't be skittish about it. Oh, it's poetry. Let me tell you something about poetry. Poetry is a full court press event. It is very physical, very physical, very physical. And you will learn and learn and learn to express yourselves leaps and bounds exponentially by being a participant. I highly recommend it compared to anything on television.